Glen, when you look back on the Marion Gabbert trade, what was your philosophy behind making that deal, and what did it do to help your team get to where it is right now?
Well, listen, I like Marion a lot. I think he's a great guy and a great player, and to get the kind of quality players that we were able to get to fulfill, we need depth in our team, and we certainly did it for us. I'm happy for Marion. I think he's a terrific guy. And it was like every trade. It's complicated and difficult.
Hey, Glen, Mark Herman from Newsday. Having been through this before, what's the finals like for a GM? Your work is done in getting the roster together. What do you do during this time?
Well, it's really complicated. Today it took us about 3 hours to figure out which golf course we could play at this afternoon. And then later on this evening, we got the question about dinner. And what are you going to watch on TV tonight? Is Game of Thrones on? So it's tough.
How much do you enjoy it?
No, I think it's fun. I hope our team thinks it's fun. I hope the fans like it. It's a very intense time of the year for everyone, and if you can get through that intensity and enjoy it, it's great.
Alain Farhan-Lalji from TSN, you'd mentioned that you'd learned a bit about the Kings while you were in Vancouver. What are the challenges that you can communicate to your team about playing a team that's that physical, that can now also score?
Well, great thing about playoffs is you watch the other games, and all our players had an opportunity to watch the Kings throughout these playoffs. Their comeback against San Jose, their tough series against Anaheim, and obviously the last one against the Stanley Cup champions. So our players got a real good idea of what's coming up here as far as the challenge. We know they've got balance on their four lines. Doughty is probably one, if not the best, defenseman at this time in the NHL, and they've got one of the best goaltenders. So we've got our handfuls, and we're ready for it.
There's also a belief based on how competitive the West is, maybe, that you guys are heavy underdogs. Do you buy that at all? If not, where do you think it comes from?
Well, I think that perception is out there. The experts probably favor the LA Kings quite a bit. That's not going to change our approach and what we think we need to do. We know we've got to play a certain way. There's a couple of areas that we think we can do real well on the ice, and that's what we're going to try and do starting tomorrow.